Hi, my name is Dianna. So a few years ago, I'm sitting on the couch, regular Sunday with my partner, and I get a message on Facebook, and it says, I don't think he'd like it if we were friends. And I thought, that was weird. So we're talking about our trip to Bali the next day that we have planned, and I messaged this person back. I said, who is this? And she responds with, I'm his girlfriend. And then I thought, I'm his girlfriend. And needless to say, my trip to Bali was ruined. It was not with my boyfriend anymore. We were together for around 10 years or so. So it really completely shook me up. I was probably in the most beautiful place I've ever been, feeling absolutely awful. I mean, I wouldn't wish my worst enemy the way that I felt. Just the negative thoughts and the crying and the panic attacks and the deep, deep depression. When I was in Bali, I went to every yoga class, Reiki healer, astrologer I could find. Nothing made me feel better. So fast forward 3 years later, I've traveled all over the world. I still feel just as bad, if not worse, than that day that happened. I went into a deep depression and I just couldn't get out, no matter what. I started my clinical practice as a doctor and seeing patients and seeing a lot of people also going through depression and anxiety. And I didn't know what to do anymore. I felt like I wanted to die all the time. So I got into drugs and alcohol because, why not? That's what you do. And I got into it really bad. I was taking around 8 milligrams of Xanax or something with a bottle of whiskey. I mean, I didn't care. I wanted to die. And then my sister found me overdosed one day. I was barely moving, frothing at the mouth, and she found me. And she saved me. And when I woke up and sobered up, she was crying and she was yelling, I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. I'm losing my sister. And that just completely broke me. I came from a good family. I had a good education. And there was really no reason for me to feel so down all the time. But I realized that no matter how badly I wanted to die, I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't do this to my family. So my journey began. I started seeing a therapist, and it was okay. It helped a little. I mostly just cried. And then I started seeing psychiatrists and addiction counselors, and I went to every holistic healing institute I could find. The psychiatrist wanted to put me on medication, so I tried a bunch of different antidepressants, and nothing helped. It actually made me feel sick, made me feel worse. So again, I'm at square one. Nothing is helping me. I'm just the worst I've ever been for years, feeling fatigued, depressed, exhausted. And I get an email randomly, I don't even know how, about this meditation class. It was over 1 week, 3 days, every other day to learn how to meditate. And that was it. I was hooked. It was the first time in my life that I actually felt good. I felt like a normal person. I felt like I had hope. I felt good about myself. I started realizing that my traumas are not real. And the more that I learned about meditation and the process of it, it just enveloped my life and fascinated me. Like understanding that our mind has this habit of forming ideas and putting labels to things. Everything has a nature, and this is this and this is that. And I realized in meditation, especially in Buddhist meditation, nothing has a nature. And everything we've created in our mind is just almost an illusion. It's all from habits that we've had over the years. And so I started planting good seeds in my head because someone very wise told me a lemon seed turns into a lemon tree, and an apple seed turns into an apple tree. So when I do have these lemon seeds and these awful negative thoughts, I show them compassion, but then I plant a good seed over and over and over again until a new habit in my mind will form, so that the input in my mind will change the output of my life. And so in my practice, I started noticing a lot of patients were on antidepressants. And anytime I'd ask them, have you tried meditation? They'd say, I don't even know what that is. No, I'd rather just take a pill. And so let me tell you some facts. 8.6 million Americans take antidepressants. There have been almost 50,000 suicides in 2021, 1.7 million suicide attempts. 86 million antidepressants have been prescribed in 2021. And so I started noticing anxiety and depression is really bad all around us. And pills didn't work for me. So I started looking at the science of meditation and realized, I learned that there's an entire physiological response to stress. And in this slide, you'll see how stress increases pro-inflammatory markers, changes your DNA, your gene expression, affects your hippocampus, which releases basically every hormone in your body. And meditation has shown to decrease stress level. It's just research, science studies have shown that. And then what really changed me was a Rotterdam study, but other studies as well, showing brain MRI scans before and after meditation. And they took around 2,000 patients and taught them how to meditate, did some yoga, and then looked at their brain under MRIs. And they saw that the amygdala, which is your fear response, shrunk its size, and your hippocampus increased. And hippocampus deals with memory and attention as well. And then prefrontal cortex also increased, which is your decision-making area of the brain. And many other different parts of your brain also increase in size and connection. So when I realized that science shows your brain connections, the structure of your brain changes, and your fear, your depression, fatigue, anxiety, that decreases, this is like on a scan, on MRIs. Why wouldn't everybody be doing this? And so when I have patients in my office now, I started realizing that it doesn't matter whether you have anxiety, panic attacks, depression, whatever I must have had as well. What if you had diabetes? Shouldn't you be more conscious and more aware, attentive of the foods you're eating? Or what about your stress levels, decreasing that so that your blood pressure could go down? So over time, I started creating a meditation practice in my office and teaching patients the importance of having a habit of meditating every single day in order to gain more clarity over your thoughts, have more energy, and have a general well-being, because there is truly no better pill than meditation.